Okay, guys, Marcus Gillette here with the Daily Truth, filming in Richmond, Virginia, outside on a beautiful winter day. I am here to talk to you today about the image of God. It says in Genesis that we were created in the image of God, and in the image of God we were made. Now, every time that I have read that verse, up until a couple years ago, I just gleaned right over it and thought, okay, we're made in His image, and in His likeness we are made. It means so much more than that. It really caught my attention one day when I started thinking about, God created the animals, and then God created Adam, and then God created Eve as His crowning achievement. And that was really the last thing that God created, according to the Genesis story, was Eve. And it says that we were made in His likeness. Now, He had created hundreds of animals. You see in Genesis how God brought the animals before Adam, because He had given Adam the authority over and dominion over the whole world to name these creatures, to manage the garden, to manage the world. The world is our inheritance. God gave it to us right from the very beginning. He gave dominion to us. But He brought all these hundreds and thousands of animals, however many they were, before Adam, for Adam to name them. And then it goes on to say, after creating Adam, it says He made us in His image. It doesn't say He made the cow, the goat, the sheep, the horse, the dog, the cat in God's image. None of the other creatures, not a single one, bears His image. Definitely not monkeys. It does not say that monkeys and apes bear the image of God. It does not say that. It says man and woman bear the image of the Creator, the Holy One of the universe, that created all the stars in heaven above and all the beautiful things here on the earth below. Every living thing. But only one bears His image, and that is man and woman. And there's something profound about that, because you think about all the things in the entire universe, in the entire world, and you think, wow, how could somebody so powerful, so great, create so many things in all the universe, but yet He only tells us that He made one in His image? Well, that completely changes perspective. It completely changes perspective, because when you get into your life and you get into the life of others, and you see the homeless man on the street, or you see the poverty-stricken in another country, or you see somebody of a different skin color come before you, and you sit there and you think so much how the world has hatred and racism towards one another. But when you look at it, there's only one that bears the image of God, the Creator of heaven and earth. And that image creator chose you. You of all people, only you. You of all creatures, only you, to bear the image of His likeness. He could have created you as a giraffe. He could have created you as a cow. He could have created you as anything He wanted to. And actually, He could have reserved His image. He could have said, you know what? My image is so holy, nothing else in the universe will bear my image. Well, He put His trust in you to carry His mark, to carry His image. Nothing else in this world bears His image. Only you. So when you look at the homeless man on the street, you see him from the lineage and line of the very Creator of the universe. And you begin to understand all those that surround you how they bear the mark of royalty. And King above kings and Lord above lords, we bear that image. And the thing about it, we get so disunified around the world, fighting against each other. But if we all looked and just realized that when you lift your hand against another, as Cain did Abel, you are raising your hand against the very creator of God. When you raise your hand against yourself and choose to do yourself harm, you are raising your hand against the creator. And that is the very reason we have an enemy that wants to destroy us. He wants to destroy us because he was not made in God's image. He was created by God, but we bear God's image. We have an enemy that constantly wants us to be at war with one another and to look at each other like we are better than the other, or the other is better than us. Through jealousy, we want to attain what the other one has. Or through domination, we want to subdue the other one and take what he has. But when you realize that the homeless man on the corner that is begging for change is a descendant from the Most High, from the image of the Most High, don't raise your hand against him. As a matter of fact, you're supposed to do good to him and give him a cup of water in Jesus' name. Give him whatever he needs, really. Clothing, food, shelter. And we're so busy in America all the time, go, 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 that we forget to stop and look at the beautiful creation all around us. And the most beautiful is the image from the Creator. You know, that verse, when I've read it hundreds of times before, did not really produce that much meaning to me until I stopped and paused and thought about it. And I thought, how much more of an honor could we be given when God said, my image will be upon man? That was the most valuable honor you have ever received. It's not the houses and the cars that we work so hard for. It's not the prestige and the dinner events that we go to, who we know, what fellowship we have, how good our dinner party is. The greatest honor ever bestowed upon you is that you bear the image of the Creator. Chew on that for a little while. Think about what that means for you and for those around you. Don't raise your hand against another. Don't raise your hand against yourself. For in doing so, you raise your hand against the Most High.